So I'm going to kind of talk really quick, give you a rundown of how my day went. Have I been reading lately? Have I been coloring lately? And answer every question that you've asked me lately except for relationship advice. So, why have I not been on YouTube? Well, let me tell you why I haven't been on YouTube. I have been stressing and worrying about today. I couldn't talk about today before today because y'all see this on the TV, I'm sure. Porch pirates. This is a real thing now. I want you to be careful because the holiday season is here. These people come up to your doorstep. Maybe you aren't home and that's when they bank on this. This one person that they showed on World News Now last night followed an Amazon truck, and the Amazon driver called 911 to report the person who was stealing the package that they just left. But I know we live in a small town. It would be extremely rare for that to happen here. But I just want you all to be very careful and be very wise to what these porch pirates do. They follow these trucks around like Amazon, the USPS, FedEx, and the UPS. Anything that delivers packages to your house. They try to see if the package is being delivered and then they steal it off your porch. What a Grinch, right? Well, anyway, I want you to be aware of these people because they do exist. Because I'm aware of these people and I was really worried about our packages today. But I'm going to give you a rundown of what happened on Tuesday. My mom had cataract eye surgery on her other eye. Remember, she had this one done, so she had to do this one. So that turned out well because she went to the eye doctor today, and then she had a friend of hers meet us at Burger King this morning. She paid for that. We all had breakfast there. Then Grandpa went to Menards, got to see my friend Tanya, which was cool. Hadn't got to see her in a while. Then went over and went to Walmart, did a little Christmas shopping. After that, got in the car, came back to Mattoon, went to B&D, my favorite store. They were out of my water. Terrible time. After that, decided that we were going to stop back here at the house to see if the mail got here. Hadn't got here yet. We went to Savoy to my mom's next appointment with a doctor. She, on her leg, not her operated leg, the other one, had to have a shot in her leg, or in her kneecap, if you will, for her torn meniscus. Well, so they shot that knee, and then after we left Savoy, which, by the way, having two drivers in the car, I get stressed out, okay? I get stressed out here in town if I have two drivers in the car trying to tell me how to drive. Put two drivers in the car while I'm trying to drive in major traffic? Oh, my land. And I'm the one driving from Effingham, Mattoon to Savoy, back to Mattoon, then to Effingham, and then we had to drive down to Louisville to deliver tonight because Mackenzie was working at her job. So that just wasn't going to happen. Let me tell you, that gets exhausting. And I only had 3 hours of sleep last night, stressing over today. But then, you add on, after we went up to Savoy, came back home, we ate at Cracker Barrel. My mom paid for that. Thank you, Mom. Then, after we did that, came to the house, got the packages off the porch. Thank you, Lord. They were all there, that present and accounted for. Thank you. That was a blessing. Then, after that, had to drive her to Effingham to get car gas, which she paid for. Thank you again, Mom. Then took her down to Louisville, Illinois. I was exhausted by this time, so Grandpa decided that, you know what, he'd been riding all day. He was ready to drive home. Grateful and thankful for that. He turned around, drove us home, and we went to Goodwill. Got to see my friend Mackenzie there, which was pretty cool. And yes, she's the same name as the second niece. So while we're there, I got those little Homeco bears that look like they're playing the marching band. Picture on my Facebook. Totally awesome. By the way, when we went to Menards today, got an advent calendar with a Grinch that says, is it December 26th yet? Adorable. And I'm going to have to see what I can do for my friend Sam, who has 3 little boys, and I really want her to have one. So I might have to talk to Grandpa tomorrow and see if, I know we're not going to Effingham this weekend, but maybe if we can just give her that and I'll get another advent calendar somehow, some way, somewhere. I really don't care about myself as much as the kids have the Christmas that they need to have. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, after that, where was I at? Oh, he drove us home. We went to Goodwill. And I got the little Homeco bears. Got a couple of Christmas presents there. Had to put some things back, but, you know, it is what it is. It's that time of year. And before anybody asks, yes, this is my Marilyn Monroe necklace that I've wore on and off throughout the years. And I was having problems getting it to fit, and I'm proud to say that it fit with no problem tonight. Thank you very much. Will I be back on Instagram, Snapchat? That was a question in the inbox. I will do my best to be back on that with you all. No promises. I've been on Instagram, but doing like a little bit of posting how my workout's going because I'm a little self-conscious right now. Grandpa made some comments, that I told you about those, where it kind of hurt my ego and told me, you need to really watch your weight, which, by the way, did y'all know on World News Now, too, because I watch this program religiously, it's right after Dr. Phil, they said that the French fry shortage is going on. So it makes you wonder what's going to happen to the future of French fries in all of these places that serve them. You know what I'm saying? The price going to go up on those? You never know. Anyway, back to what I was saying. It was nice that my mom paid for everything, but now my car needs an oil change. I'm really worried how that's going to get done. Santa, if you're listening, which I'm sure you are, right? Because Santa always hears our thoughts, our concerns, and our behavior. Just saying, kids, got to be on your best behavior. It's not Christmas yet. And anyway, have I been reading? Yes. And another question in the inbox. Donna, what do you do with your books after you get done with them? Great question. After I get done reading my romance novels, I get them in usually a plastic bag, and I give them to my friend Wanda. And then after she reads them, she passes them on. She lives like in a retirement community, so she passes them on to the other people in that community. So that helps everybody out. And I like to be a help, not a hindrance. So then what do I do with my magazines? Well, I like to take the little pictures and jokes out of like Women's World. I love that magazine. And First Magazine. And they have like some thoughtful quotes and stuff. I'll take pictures with my phone and then I'll post it to Instagram and possibly Facebook to share with y'all. But also, after I get done with those books, I give it to my work mom. And that's what I forgot at Goodwill tonight. I was going to get a bag to put her magazines in for her Christmas. See, I find myself coming and going, and when I think of these things, it's too darn late. But anyway, I have been reading by Lori Wilde, The Christmas Dare, which is a very good book, as I've told you before. I'm almost done with it, so expect a book review when I get done with it. Of course, I have been doing my adult coloring right here. And it says, for Santa, there's Christmas cookies, and you see the little cat looking over. I should have made the cat orange, though, like our Sammy, because he wants to attack. Well, anymore, he forgets that he's 10 years old. He just wants to attack things. He wanted to attack the Christmas tree now a few times and has knocked it over, the little tree, but now Grandpa wants to do a 4-foot tree, and I'm like, oh, yeah, let's give him a bigger target. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, he wants to attack. Well, he put his own toy in dishwater tonight. I'm thinking to myself, why are you putting the toy in the dishwater? That makes no sense, whatsoever. So I had to dig the toy out, get him some fresh water. I love him to death, but I don't know if he's going to get a toy if he keeps this bad behavior up, if you know what I'm saying. Because Santa Claus is watching him. And then, if that isn't good enough, I tell you, if it ain't one thing, it's another. My niece is coming up here Saturday from down there at Louisville, the middle one, the second one, Mackenzie, and she's going to help me put up our Christmas tree, the 4-foot tree, not this little bitty tree, which I'm having, I kind of want to keep it, but Grandpa wants to give it to consignment for my mom, for her sake, which, it has so many memories, and I don't know. We'll just have to see what happens to it. It's just a fake artificial tree, but still, I can remember it being at the Mattoon Healthcare and at Sarah Bush. So between those two locations, I can always remember that little tree. Other than that, what news do I behold for you? I showed you that. Well, you ask, why don't I wear my Santa costume? I can't get in the spirit of that this year. I think I've covered this a million times about why I can't get into the spirit, and I do need to dry clean it. So I don't know how much it would be to dry clean that costume, but I may look into that coming up. Other than that, that's all I have for you at this time. So I'm going to sing a song for you next, and maybe I'll even put a letter into dear old Saint Nick. So don't move, and I'll do that next.